Hello everyone, welcome back to my review channel, and today I'm going to be making up for a few Adult Swim episodes that I missed the last couple weeks. So later on tonight when they come on, I'll have it fresh and new and up to date. So I missed a couple weeks. I'm going to do this separately. I'm going to do them both, all episodes both weeks, this one episode right here. Children's Hospital, NTSF, SD, SUV, and Eagleheart. I'm going to separate it by date, but I'm going to do it all right now. Today, let me see, first date is the September 21st. The morning of September 21st. Children's Hospital. This episode is called British Hospital. Children's Hospital UK, if you will. It mixes everybody up. You know how The Office is originally from Britain, and they made it to America, made it to another, like The Office of America. Well, it's kind of like the same way. It's just like there's Children's Hospital of America, and then there's Children's Hospital UK, who's the British version of Children's Hospital. So they have different names like Lulu Pratt, Braiding Downs, Headmistress, Valerie Flume, Oren Maestro, Kitty Black. I like it, Kitty Black. Cyrus Middleman, Glenn Richard, and I like this. There's, the voice of Michael Caine is played by somebody. He was the guy who plays like over the intercom, and like Michael Cera in this one, an American version. Now there's someone else who plays someone else in a voice. Weird. Anyways, hospital gets new doctor. Oh wait, first of all, hospital is located in the UK, obviously. Hospital gets new doctor, Dr. Glenn Richard, who is a Pakistani man who is also Catholic, hard Catholic. Cyrus, hospital director, not Cy, but Cyrus, hospital director, actually loves Headmistress in this one. Braiding Downs is a mime. This one's a mime and must get a child out of an actual glass box. That's funny. Maestro is addicted to cutting people open and has a friend, like in the first couple of seasons, where he has a friend that they work with together as cops. That's kind of how it was. They took like a scene from like first or second season when they were together, probably like second season, and put him in this, but as like a British version. I liked it. But that's that. Quite a few actually stars in this one, British stars. I'm just going to say the main one is Dominique Monaghan. Monaghan? God, why do I feel like I just butchered that? Dominique Monaghan? Monaghan? He's a guy, he's been in so many things. Lost and Lord of the Rings. What was he? He was either Merry or Pippin. I don't remember in Lord of the Rings. Anyways, that's Children's Hospital. I like that episode. It's pretty funny. Next, NTSF SD SUV. This episode called Robot Town. Robot Town. Okay, now SAM, the robot, kills man who created him. Shows 2 days earlier, SAM getting feelings chip program inside him by creator's son, who is Aaron, named Aaron. Oh man, Aaron Sampson. Rob Corddry plays a guest in this. He plays a detective on the scene of the homicide. Bob Odenkirk is a guest in this, and he plays Aaron Sampson, the son of the robot creator. And again, he is also the guy who put the feelings chip inside SAM. Aaron Sampson's I'm sorry. Alphonse and Piper do some digging into Aaron Sampson's past and find out, and go after him, believing him to be either a vampire or a werewolf. That's just funny. Trent goes to Robot Town to get information and gets kidnapped. Basically, there's a robot town. It's just a town full of robots. That's just funny. Gets kidnapped and by Aaron Sampson. Trent believes him to be a robot who hates other robots. So now, the real Sam, the human Sam, finds chip implanted in SAM by Aaron Sampson to kill Aaron's father. So this was really just a plant for Aaron to kill Aaron's father. They all meet up in the warehouse where Trent and Aaron are at. Trent cuts Aaron's arm because he believes, like, hey, you're a robot. If a robot can't bleed, it's like, oh, look at that oil spewing out. That looks real. And then Alphonse stabs him in the heart with a stake. Believe him to be a vampire. And obviously he was just human after that. And he was just like, okay. So there you go. There's Robot Town. That was the end of that. Now, Eagleheart. This one is called Bringing Down Bunju. Bringing Down Bunju. Bunju is a political tyrant in Mumbalu, Africa. He's a political tyrant in Mambulu, Africa, who place was once a peaceful place, now into chaos and killing each other. Chris Monsanto captures them, takes them in. While in custody, Bunju introduces a board game to Monsanto and Brett. Scribbler's 8 is what he calls it. Game is so confusing, it drives everyone who plays it crazy. Trent and Brett head to the headquarters, hoping that anyone else at the station might be able to help them help them play this confusing game. And Marshal Susie investigates the origin of Scribbler's 8. Turns out Bunju created the game years ago, got laughed at and kicked out. No one wanted to play it, laughed at, came into political power, and pronounced all other board games destroyed, and the only except for Scribbler's 8. So now people just play Scribbler's 8. And when they played Scribbler's 8, everyone went crazy and started shooting each other. That's why the whole place is in chaos, all because of this board game. Not because of him. He's actually a nice guy, a stand-up guy. It's all because of this board game. So they're taking Bunju for execution. The trio of marshals, Santo, Brett, Susie, goes to stop the execution of Bunju and find marshals dead after playing the game. So they all just shot each other. The game rises up like a god, but it is destroyed by Brett by saying the magical words, this game sucks, let's do something else. That destroyed the game and all of its happenings and left everyone in peace. So there you go. That was pretty good stuff. So that's it. That's it for that day. And for the morning of September 21st, that was Children's Hospital, NTSF, SDSUV, and Eagleheart. Now, on to the next week. This is for the September 28th, the morning of September 28th. Children's Hospital. This one's called Ladies' Night. Basically, the hospital has a Ladies' Night, and everything is discounted from like mammograms or whatever, child pregnancy or whatever. Everything discounted procedures, if you will. Just so like all the guys love it because it's lady night, and hopefully they'll get in their pants or something. Hospital throws a ladies' night. Guys try to get with women of ladies' night. Women of the hospital get fed up with the guys oodling over women, and head to bar for fish tacos. Fish tacos, I mean, it's a play on words, people. It means two things. Head to a bar for fish tacos for their own ladies' night. They find the head chick there, already at the bar, the one with the spina bifida, whatever it's called, the head mistress. They find her already at the bar, throwing down. This turns out to be a lesbian bar, by the way. Turns out to be a lesbian bar. Everyone's butch, dyke, and everything. That's where they were going, on accident. They didn't know they were going there. Okay, back at the hospital, Glenn must help his mom's pregnancy. Must help with his mom's pregnancy. His mom's pregnant. He was like 60 years old or whatever. And she's pregnant. Women in bar is sick from bad fish tacos and must go to the hospital. Basically, at the hospital, the ladies find out that, or figure out that they're not there to get help. They're there to get oodled on by all these other guys. So they leave. And once they leave, here comes the ladies with the bad fish tacos, and it's back to being ladies' night. Back to being ladies' night. So that was pretty good stuff. Okay, next episode. NTSF SD SUV for September 28th. This one episode is called Comic-Con-Flict. Comic-Con-Flict. Underground fanboys, if you will, plant small pin-sized bomb in necks of certain comic creators. When asked, "Are you ashamed of yourself?" it starts the timer of the bomb, and man must keep answering questions so bomb won't go off. Trent, Alphonse, and Piper go to San Diego Comic-Con. It is one of the biggest Comic-Cons ever. If you like comic books, you know this. There's San Diego Comic-Con, like the San Francisco or LA Comic-Con, there's Chicago Con, and it's hard. I don't think there's really too big of one on the East Coast where I'm at, except unless it's like in Orlando, or I did go to a Comic-Con. You see one of my reviews up on here for it. I went to the Charlotte Comic-Con, but that was big. But I know for a fact, I've never been to a San Diego one or LA one, but it is any one of them. Chicago Con even would be so much bigger if I went to it. I know it's huge. I mean, Charlotte Con was really good and it was really big. It was big, but I know if I went there, it'd be like at least twice as big. At least. Probably 3 times bigger. Anyway, San Diego Comic-Con is huge. It's one of the hugest Comic-Cons. So now Trent, Alphonse, and Piper go to San Diego Comic-Con to search for the next bomb victim. They find the President of the Navy's there in a super suit, like a President of the Navy. Yeah, super President of the Navy. In a super suit with Kate promoting his comic book. President of the Navy. I like that. It was pretty funny. They catch up to the victim, but not before he was asked if he was ashamed. So now NTSF saves him by getting a super fan to keep asking him questions for the rest of his life. That's the only way to stop it. You have to keep asking him questions, and that's the only way they know to stop it. So now the fanboy has to keep asking questions, or really the creator has to keep answering questions till he's dead. Of like natural causes or whatever. But that's the end of that episode. Now, last one, Eagleheart. This is for, again, September 28th, the morning of September 28th. This episode is called Old Gary. Starts off, let me see, hippies / tree huggers, whatever you want to say, for whatever cause. They stop bulldozers from tearing down trees and forest. Marshal Chris Monsanto tries to get rid of the hippies, blocking dozers, from one specific tree. He tries to, move all the hippies away. At night, Monsanto stakes out the trees in the forest to stop the hippies from coming back. One tree specifically starts to talk to Monsanto, and Monsanto makes love to the tree. Just not say that. Makes love to the tree. He wakes up ashamed and takes a shower. That morning, the dozers are waiting for Monsanto, who's late. Monsanto gets there late, but is ready to take down that tree. At first, Monsanto stops the dozers, or he is willing to go through with it. Then he stops the dozers from plowing. He cuts off this one bulldozer worker's arm with a chainsaw to stop him. Finds out that a few of the hippies and bulldozer workers have all made love to what is now being called the tree Old Gary. The tree is called Old Gary because it's the oldest tree in the forest. So all these guys have made love to the tree. The hippies and the bulldozer workers. This infuriates Chris Monsanto, calls the tree a whore, and just plows down the tree himself. Turns out Old Gary was pregnant with a tree child gives birth to a tree child. It's like a tree in shape of a human. The statement like that. Monsanto builds a house from the wood of old Gary, builds a house to raise this tree person in. Raise the person in the house. Years later, Monsanto must let go of the child, the tree person child, which is obviously looks like a trunk with nailed in pieces of wood for arms. Pretty funny. Years after that, it shows a very old Monsanto waiting for his tree child to come back. And then years after that, it shows a very, very old Monsanto as changed to a tree person himself. Bark was on his face, moss, beard as moss and stuff, bark. And there you go. Again, another weird episode for that. But there you go. There's all that stuff, all caught up. I love it. Now, on to this week. And this week, I will see you guys later on for that. But that makes up for the last 2 weeks. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, questions down the bottom. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, as always. And again, I can't say thank you enough for your time and for watching. So thank you, and have a wonderful day.